2 years ago, we were in the home of Margaret. Margaret is one of the women in the World Concern Saving Group. The last time we were here, Margaret talked about her goats. She had acquired one goat out of her savings, but the good news here is that the goats, she now already has 5 of them in number. The goats produced, multiplied, and they are 5 in number already. Margaret also previously talked about her solar, and here we are again. The solar is functional and is the main source of lighting in this home. Margaret also told us that she rented rather, a coffee garden. She picked coffee from that garden and it's already drying up. She said this was something that she's trying to do this year. Previously, she did not think about it, and yet it is something that could earn her big. We are very grateful that she is trying to move herself out of the poverty.
Ber manwango nakazo page machalo liya ide group ni wamondi ie mondo pidikre maber pi konyo
kom gender champion kom chon chogi bed ku
kapodi mitu mwacha nindu pare ramongo pi urashel ja ingamu.
Previously, we were in her field. That was 2 years ago. We went to her field and we saw her gennets planted properly in line, and the spacing was okay. This time round, we are able to see the maize that she harvested from that same field. She has planted the improved varieties, and she said the yields are actually better compared to the local ones that they were planting before they joined this savings group. This solar panel is one of the things that Josephine acquired as a result of her savings from the saving group. Previously, when we were here, we found this solar, and now that we are back again, the solar is still on and still functioning very well. Here we are in the house of Josephine Michan. She told us she got this set of chair from her savings. She has been saving there, and she picked some money alone from the group, and that money was used to acquire this set of chairs.
Harriet.
We are in Harriet's kitchen garden. We were here 2 years ago, and this was where she was putting in her vegetables and other things. But Harriet told us that it is very small, it is not enough. So out of her savings, she decided to acquire another piece of land somewhere down there, and that is where she is rearing even her goats that we saw previously, and now she has even put in more other plants in the bigger garden because this is really small and she cannot really do much on it. This is Harriet's drying rake. We can see it's a bit unique from the rest. There is a drainage system up down here rather. So when she puts the utensils here, the water that comes down is properly drained here so that there is no stagnation of water. And previously we were here, we saw the same thing, and we are back again. We are seeing it is very strong and is still very functional. This is Harriet's garden. It's where she has put her onions. Harriet said in their different sessions in the trainings, they were taught on how to do crop agriculture, planting in lines and spacing. So this is exactly what she is doing. We can see somebody can easily move in the garden because the space is enough and the lines are very clear. This is a washing facility. It is normally meant for washing hands after using the toilets. In the sessions, one of the sessions is sanitation. So they've been told to always wash hands after using the toilet facilities so as to avoid germs. We can really see Harriet is practicing this, and this is very evident enough as we see the tippy tap here. It is functional and it's being used on a daily basis. This is the house that Mami Sarah talked about. She told us that she picked some money from her savings group, and from that money she managed to get this window and the door. She also managed to get some bags of cement that she used for cementing the floor. Actually, she said the floor is already fully sorted. She has some other 7 more bags of cement that she intends to start plastering the outer bit of it. We have just concluded our interview with Mami Sarah, and she told us so many things that has been part of the package of the World Concern training. One of them is the hand washing facilities at the pit latrine. She told us that that has been one of the key things that they received during the training. You have to wash hands when you use the pit latrine so as to avoid germs. She also talked about raising a drying rack, and that is also evident enough that when you wash your dishes, they're very clean and you do not really have to contaminate yourself with other things. She also talked about a wire or a line for drying clothes. Unlike before, they used to dry clothes on the grass, and she said many times they would react and they would even get sick. But now their clothes are very safe and very clean. The last time we were here, that was in 2018, we spoke to Pascal. She's one of the members in the World Concerned Savings Group. Pascal that time managed to put up a kitchen. She acquired a goat and also had bags of cement that she used to finish up a building. This time she said she managed to acquire a goat from her savings still. Pastor is also planning to put up a structure. She said probably by next week she'll be able to start on the foundation, and that money is what she got from her savings. Previously we were here, and that time when we came, Pascal had put up this structure, but it was not fully complete. But now that we are here again, we can see the door is already here, and it is fully functional. At least she's now using it, and she can testify she has a good kitchen now. During our first visit at Pascal's place, we saw this drying rack. And now that we are back again, we still see it strong and very functional. And this is very evident enough. As you're seeing, the drying rack is still very strong and is still helping them to maintain good hygiene. This is Pascal's backyard garden, or kitchen garden if you may call it that way. We can clearly see that Pascal is actually practicing what they've been learning in their group sessions. She told us earlier on they have been trained on how to do good agriculture, on how to plant in lines, and the spacing is really clear, and we can really see one can easily move in her garden. This is part of her story, and this is what she has been learning in her group.
These women groups,
Yes.
we were supported. And then with the World Concern supporting them, and then later on, even us as the sub-county, we had budgeted to continue and monitor their progress. And we've been doing that.
Okay.
However, based on the fact that empowering these women, I mean, achieving the goals of the specific projects they are undertaking, we would get on ground to analyze. By the end of the day, what have you achieved? What did you get? Or what is it that we would see, which is practical in achieving the project objectives.
Okay.
And specific individuals from the groups whom I don't have their names currently, and I will not make mention of, have achieved greatly.
Okay.
Others have they will always testify whenever we do spot checks.
Okay.
I have bought goats. I have bought iron sheets. Maybe I planted maybe peanuts or maybe onions at individual level.
Yes.
And I reaped this and that.
Okay.
Maybe I got this and that millions.